Hey everybody, Crypto Stu, and today we've got another Flex Perpetuals video for you. We're going to be focusing on the FLP token and the FLP pool, which is the market-making liquidity pool in Flex Perpetuals. We'll have a look at how it works, and I'll also go into a little bit more detail on the FLP surge event, which is going to be happening prior to our platform launch. But just as a reminder, before I get into those details, I'm a full disclaimer, I'm on the Flex team. This is not meant to be financial advice. I've put this video and these graphics together as educational material or informative material to give you a better understanding of how Flex Perpetuals work, so that you're able to do more of your own research and understand if this is something that you want to get involved in. But it's not financial advice, it's simply for educational purposes. So with that out of the way, let's dig into what FLP actually is. So those of you who have been following and who are involved in Flex Perpetuals, we've already done our seed round and our token generation raise, and those two raises were to get FDX token, essentially, which is our native token inside the platform. The next raise that we're going to be doing, the FLP surge, is this market making liquidity pool. So we call this FLP or Flex LP. And essentially, at a high level, the FLP is the liquidity that traders utilize to allow them to trade with leverage on our platform. So the FLP acts as the counterparty to the traders on the platform. So I think it's important to understand a little bit about the makeup of the FLP token, and also what impact being that counterparty to traders has on the potential performance of the FLP token. So first of all, you should understand that FLP is a token that it's like an index, essentially. It comprises of USDC, CB, BTC, and wrapped ETH. So it's like a basket of these three blue chip assets, all rolled into one. So when you deposit USDC into and you change that into FLP, you're essentially holding USDC, CB, BTC, and wrapped ETH. And the percentages are, it's 55% USDC, 25% BTC, and 20% ETH. So by holding the token itself, you've got exposure to these three assets. So whatever the markets are doing, if Bitcoin and Ethereum are going up, then the value of FLP will likely be going up as well, and vice versa. If they're going down, then the value of FLP will likely be going down as well. But because 55% of the token is made up of USDC, it smooths out a lot of the volatility that you would normally experience if you were just holding BTC or just holding ETH. And so you're going to see less, if the market's in a bull run, you're going to see less price appreciation in FLP than you would perhaps in BTC or ETH. But on the flip side of that, when we go through periods of kind of bear market environments, then the losses are also going to be smoothed out because of this big chunk of USDC. So taking my Flex hat off just for a moment, and as a personal investor in this space, I utilize these types of pools quite a lot. And that various other platforms offer. I'm already invested in several of those because I quite like, it's like a way to kind of split up your portfolio without having to do it yourself. You've got some allocation to stablecoin, you've got some BTC, you've got some ETH. So that's one part of this FLP token. The other part is the fact that it's the counterparty to traders. So when traders lose, the FLP token wins, and vice versa. When traders win, the FLP token loses. So the FLP price is calculated by taking the assets in the FLP basket, so in this case USDC, BTC and ETH, multiplying those by the prices of each of the assets and the percentage that's in this token, and then plus or minus the profit and loss of traders. Now, what I think it's important to understand is that historically, traders tend to not beat the market. We often hear figures like 95% of traders lose, and the statistics, certainly from other perp dexes in the space, support that. Now, there will be periods of time where traders do better than normal, but and what you can see here from June 2023, this is HMX, which is the project that we have partnered with and that we're essentially leveraging their technology. And so we've got lots of data that we can work with here. And we can see that since June 2023, this is the performance of traders on their platform. So the cumulative losses of traders is minus $4 million. So that means that is added on to the value of the FLP, essentially, because remember, it's the asset prices plus or minus the trader's profit and loss. So this is another reason why, in my personal portfolio, I hold quite a few of these style investments, because I like the basket of blue chips, and it's a bet against essentially traders on the whole outperforming. So that's kind of how the FLP token works. And then some of the benefits. So over and above the fact that you are going to obviously hope that this FLP token rises in price, FLP stakers earn yield, which is revenue share from the platform. So Flex Perpetuals collects fees when traders open trades, when they close trades, and when they borrow from the FLP. And so in return for providing that liquidity that essentially makes this platform work, we need this FLP to provide the liquidity for traders. In return for that, you're getting a whopping 45% of the platform's revenue. So it's the largest revenue share area to earn on Flex Perpetuals is this FLP pool. So the hope is that, BTC and ETH rise over time, and in conjunction with that, you're earning steady yield from the revenue of the protocol. So you get 45% of the protocol revenue. You also get 10% of our community incentives, which is paid out as ES FDX, which is an escrowed version of our FDX token that will grow your size or grow your earning potential of this revenue share. So that in itself is a great opportunity. But we also have this FLP surge event that's coming up. So this is going to be just directly before the platform goes live. You'll be able to take part in the FLP surge. And this surge event is designed to bootstrap and provide the initial liquidity that we need to facilitate the trading on the platform. So we obviously want an influx of capital to allow that to happen. And so in return for that, we've got some special bonuses available for anyone that takes part in this event. So it's going to be a 3-day event, and so you need to be ready for this. We will obviously let you know when it's going to be happening. The details are in our documentation, not the dates yet, but how it works is in the documentation docs.flex.trade. What you can see here is that in order to bootstrap this FLP, we're actually allocating 5% of the overall supply of FDX tokens will be awarded to people who take part in this FLP surge event. And the earlier you take part, the better. So there's a multiplier here And with what this is showing is that the first $1 million gets a multiplier of 2, the next 1.5 only gets a multiplier of 1.5, so on and so forth. So the earlier you get involved in the FLP surge, the better your multiplier, and therefore the better your share of this 250,000 ES/FDX is going to be. And this is going to be paid out to you on a monthly basis for 12 months. Now, in return for getting this boost and this bonus, your FLP will be locked for a month. So you won't be able to withdraw that during the first month of operations. However, once that month is over, you can withdraw at any time. However, if you do withdraw, you will lose the right to receive your remaining share of these ES/FDX tokens. And what happens is that your share is then divided amongst everyone who remains. So those people that do remain, because inevitably some people will ultimately leave, those people who do remain will get a larger share moving forward. You can come back in to the FLP, but if you've participated in the surge and you leave and you come back in, you don't regain your access to these monthly rewards. Okay, you lose that. You would just get the standard 45% revenue share from the platform plus our community incentive rewards. So this is a really good opportunity for anyone that is interested in a token like FLP, where you've got this blue chip exposure plus the exposure to traders P&L. Then this might be a really good opportunity for you to get in early and to get that bonus of ES/FDX tokens. And those ES/FDX tokens will also earn revenue share moving forward. So you're essentially just growing your earning power inside of the Flex ecosystem. And a couple of the other things to mention. So I did at the beginning mention risks. So obviously this counterparty to traders is a risk. There's a risk that people could have exceptionally good trades for a while, and that's going to negatively affect the price of the FLP token. But we have several things in place, and that's what this part of the pitch deck shows. So I would encourage you to read this in a bit more detail when you have time. But these 7 protection mechanisms are put in place specifically to protect that FLP, so that one massive good trade can't result in a huge amount of damage to the FLP price. So we've got max utilization, so only a certain amount of the FLP can be utilized at any moment in time. If someone then wants to try and open a trade after that utilization limit is met, then they're not going to be able to. We've got auto deleveraging, so if there's downside risk to the FLP and that gets larger than a certain threshold, then we can start closing out positions, starting with the positions that are in the highest amount of profit first. I'm not going to go through all of these, but have a good read through those. They're also detailed in the documentation. If you look at the market making FLP and have a look at scroll down and just have a look for protection for FLP depositors down here, you've got all the information here that will let you understand how that is designed to help protect FLP investors moving forward. So thanks for watching. Hope you found that interesting. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, come hang out in Telegram. And that's probably the best place to get in touch with myself and Bill, our CEO. We're always in Telegram. Just tag us and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching and speak to you soon.